First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
And hello, welcome back to Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thanks for joining us. You know, if you do join us here regularly, you know that on Thursdays around 1:30 or so, generally every week, we are joined by this man, Eric Goranson from around the house Northwest. Always great to have Eric on here, sharing tips and advice for a lot of different things. But this is one that now that, you know, we're past Halloween, we're past whatever happened earlier this week, now people can finally start thinking about the holidays approaching and preparing your house for those.
Exactly. Good to see you, my friend. This is the planning stages, right? And this year is one of those wacky years, right, where Thanksgiving is jammed up as late in the calendar as it probably can be, which makes this little tiny window between Christmas, you know, and Thanksgiving. So we kind of have to start planning for those decorations now, even if you're a purist like me that says, hey, I'm going to honor Thanksgiving and the next day it's Christmas free for all.
So it's got to be until then. Nothing beforehand.
My rules, but everybody's got their different
stuff.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
We'd have a Christmas tree up today, but that's my style. That's my style. So,
yeah, for me, there's no Christmas music either before that. But sorry.
Oh, no. I gotta have my time with that where I can enjoy it. I don't need that. I mean, Hallmark's already got their Christmas movies out, so it's what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, prepping your house is a lot of planning and a lot of safety, and especially on the outside right now, there's nothing wrong with getting the stuff up now when it's a 60-degree sunny day versus getting jammed up towards Thanksgiving and it's going to be 40 and raining outside. So not a bad thing to get it up there if you've got the time and the weather to do it.
Yeah. So get out there while the weather is nice and get some of those things put up.
Yeah, it's a great time to do it, you know, and you could do it and you're not rushed. And it's just a little bit safer when it's outside in the sunshine. And talking safety, you know, we've all seen Christmas Vacation. We see everybody get up on the roof with the ladders, right? And what happens? It gets really sketchy fast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there is a cool tool that you can get.
Oh,
it's my favorite thing for getting up on a ladder. It's called the Lockjaw Ladder Grip. And what this does is this side grabs the ladder. This side clamps right on to your gutter system and keeps the ladder from sliding down the gutter and you going for Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Oh, nice. So you just clip it on one side to the ladder, one side to the gutter.
Exactly. So the metal side just kind of clamps right to the ladder, to the rail of the extension ladder, and then this side here just locks right into your gutter, clamps on there, and you're good to go.
I like that because that is one of the fears of mine is falling on there.
Nobody likes doing that, right?
No.
Nobody likes doing that at all. It's one of those things that you just go, this is going to be miserable, and I don't like getting on the ladder myself. Now, there are other options. If you don't like getting up on the ladder, you can cheat a little bit, go down to your tool rental store, buy some scaffolding, roll it around if you got a thing to do. That's an easy way to do it. If you don't like getting up on the ladder, you can hire somebody to do it, or like me, you go out and buy your own scaffolding, and you can do that as well, and then you can use it whenever you want to. But I'm not a big fan of the extension ladder. I've had enough stunts and tricks off of those that when I go up and use it, I'm using that just to keep myself safe. And there's another cool tool out there. There are a lot of different ladder apps out there. And what you can do is you can take your phone, load that up on there, and you literally put your phone on the ladder rung, and it'll tell you if you have the ladder at the right angle.
What?
It's really cool.
Yep. That's really cool. So are these free apps or?
Yep. The one that I use out there is NIOSH. So it's a ladder safety app out there, and it'll tell you, because your phone has a level built into it, if you have it too close to the house or too far away, so you can have the right, you know, attitude on that ladder. So you've got the right, you know, angle of it. So you're not having it so it's want to come back over on you or kick out at the bottom. So that's a key right there.
That's really cool. Okay, I like that.
Free.
Yeah, and free, and it's an app, so that's fun on top of it. So a ladder app to make sure that you're safe there. Also, you have your clamp. What are some other safe things that people should be doing?
Man, inspect those extension cords, right? And never run them under the garage. I've seen so many people that I know personally that burnt down their garage or their house because the garage door just keeps kinking it. And what you're looking for is, I got one of my old extension cords here. You can see it right here.
Oh yeah.
What you're looking for that kind of abuse. This one got caught up in a power tool, but that's what you're kind of looking for. If this casing on the outside is nicked up and it's going outside, go buy another one. They're cheap, and it's a good way to go. And another trick you can do as well that I like doing if you're a Christmas light or a holiday light person, when you have an electrician over or you're tackling some of these projects, put an outlet out there under the eaves where you started at, so you can just plug it in right there. And that way you're eliminating those extension cords, and you have a lot less of those hanging around. And with LED lights these days, it doesn't take, a lot of power. So you could put that out there on the eaves and then, flip open the cover, plug it in, and you're extension cord free, and it leaves for a really nice, clean exterior of the house without having to run 100 feet of the extension cords back to an outlet that's always on the other side of where you start with.
Yeah, it always is. Yeah, it's always over there. That's a good point. Just solve that from the very beginning. Quick question about that extension cord. What if you did wrap that up with like electrical tape? Would you still recommend getting rid of it?
Yeah, you can do that, but here's the thing. I would rather take the end off of it, cut it back, put another end on it, especially like that on the end of that, because water still likes to get around tape. Now, you can get shrink wrap and stuff around there where you can heat wrap it and shrink it. That'll be a lot better. But, at some point, it's better just to go ahead and replace it or put another end on it. If it's towards the end like that, it's almost safer just to cut that thing, a foot shorter, put another end on it and get it put on there right. And then you've got a good clean extension cord again that you don't have to worry about. All it takes is a kinked wire or something that's just going to rub up against something else in there, and you can have a fire. And there's one more trick I do want to give, though, that always stumps people, and they can never figure it out.
What is it?
That is your GFCI outlet. So, you walk into a bathroom or a kitchen and you have that reset in the test.
Yes.
Many times on my radio show, I get calls each year and emails going, Eric, my outside outlets and my garage outlets quit working. Where do I start? I'm like, you probably have a GFCI outlet hidden behind a refrigerator or a freezer or a cabinet that's hidden back there that you have to reset. Always check that first. Make sure the breaker hasn't kicked. If that's not it, look around. You probably have a GFCI outlet that has kicked off or has failed. And that's the key right there, is making sure that they have about a 10-year lifespan, so they do wear out. It might just have to be replaced.
Gotcha. Okay, so think about that. See if you just got to punch that back in and then get it replaced if that thing's.
Yeah, it's like $30 for a new one. It's easy to replace. Turn the power off. Swap the wires out, put another one in, or call your favorite electrician if it's something you don't want to do. But that always stumps people this time of year, because there'll be some kind of a little short, or lights will get wet. And that's the other tip there too, is your lights outside are seasonal use only. So if you're keeping those up all year round, you're going to have bare wires, you're going to have plastic cracking. They're not meant to be up there all year round. They're meant to be up there for a month or two. So don't leave them up there, get lazy and just go, I'll plug them in next year. You're going to have a fire in your hands if that could be a big issue. So make sure if you're doing ones up there all year round, you need to go spend the money and get the expensive commercial ones that you see, used in malls and things like that are meant to be outside. The little ones you pick up off of the shelf at your home improvement store are not designed for that.
All right. So there we go. Watch out for that stuff. Don't leave them up all year round. As tempting as that may be, that is not the right thing to do. So definitely good. Yeah. Any other safety tips, or should we talk about around the house Northwest?
When in doubt, have some help with you. Somebody to call 911 when you do bail off the ladder. It's always a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That is true. All right. Well, for this week, for this episode, what can we expect on this one?
We got a great one. We are going up into the West Hills of Portland to go see a house that I'm going to call the Tony Stark superhero house.
What?
It is amazing. Concrete, stainless steel, and it has a view that is probably the best residential view in Portland, hands down. And I'm saying even better than some of the penthouses in the top of our buildings. This is probably the most amazing view I've seen from a house or any location in Portland.
Wow. And you're going to be going there, and everybody can go along with you.
Yeah, we go through the whole thing. Wine cellars, refrigerators in the bedroom, They've got a bar and entertainment room downstairs. It's bigger than many of our favorite pubs. It's an amazing place to go take a look at.
Oh, cool. All right, and that's on this episode of Around. This is again, people can watch this and get to see all this as you go through it.
Exactly. So
That's awesome.
First one, and then I found a really good budget way, and I'll kind of tease it with this right here for storage. You know, we always need more storage, right?
Yes.
And so I found off of one of our favorite online shopping sites about 9 feet of metal cabinets that are 6 feet tall, 18 inches wide, that I spent about $350 for all of them on for storage. And I show you how to put together and how to find the cheapest storage cabinets money can buy. And they're all made of metal. And so I've got them outside of my carport, locked doors on it. And it's a great way to make a little extra room when you're tight on space.
I like that a lot. Yeah, and have them outside on top of that.
And
So that's
$300. Come on, it's super cheap.
yeah. That's a great one. And again, this is all going to be on this week's episode of Around the House Northwest. People can check this out. And when, where, and how can people watch?
All right. If you missed last week's episode where we went out to the coast and saw a famous author's house, if you watch the episode, you can kind of figure out whose it is. We did that. And that'll air tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus, and then Saturday the brand new episode 10 a.m. on Fox 12 Plus, and of course 6 p.m. and it all ends up on our YouTube page.
And there it is. Yep, and all on the YouTube channels. People can go take a look at those as well, and definitely watch this week's episode. Catch last week's if you missed that one. And yeah, Eric, it's always so good to have you on here. And again, for everybody watching this too, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, feel free to share this, share that advice. Maybe you know somebody who's tries to take some shortcuts when setting up for the holidays. Send them this episode and let them know why they shouldn't be doing that, and check out all this other stuff that we have. I'm going to go download that Ladder app now. But for everybody tuning in, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. We will be back at 2 o'clock. We're going to be talking about coyotes. Yeah, we're going to talk to the ODFW, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, about coyote sightings in the city. There's been a couple of incidents that have happened over the last couple of months, so we're going to discuss what you should know about that and just how to stay safe out there around them. So again, that's going to be at 2 o'clock, whatever platform you're watching me on right now. Just come right back there, and you can join me for that. But I think that's it for this one. Eric, good to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
And thanks, everybody. We'll be back soon.